I'm Leah.
And I'm David.
Today we spent a glorious afternoon outside frolicking with the dogs.
It was beautiful, it was sunny, and now that we're back inside, we're going to reward ourselves with a nice, hearty meal. And so check out this porterhouse that we're going to cook up.
It looks great.
What goes well with porterhouse? Cabernet Sauvignon.
And today we have a real treat. It's Dr. Konstantin Frank Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a 2013.
You don't hear about, Cabernet Sauvignon. We haven't done a lot of reviews of those particular wines here in the Finger Lakes because there's this stigma that Cabernet Sauvignon just doesn't seem to grow very well here. Is that true?
Well, no, not really. So to debunk that thought, if you really delve into viticulture, Cabernet Sauvignon is grown everywhere wine is grown or grapes are grown. And it can be any type of climate. You can have cool climates, moderate, and hot. So the grapes can take on the characteristic of the soil and the temperatures that they're grown in. So why not have Cabernet Sauvignon in the Finger Lakes?
Yeah, well, let's try this one. We're going to smell it first, then we'll get this steak cooking, and then we'll taste it.
Okay.
First thing that strikes me is black pepper, and it's fairly strong. I get a tobacco smokiness to it.
I agree with the smokiness. I get cedar and then dark fruits like black currant, maybe a blackberry with it. And that's actually very typical of moderate climate, at least on the nose.
It has a complex nose to it, which is really nice and something that I want out of a Cabernet Sauvignon. So this should go really, really well with steak, and the Cabernet bites through that fat. So let's get the steak on the stove. The steak is cooked and the dogs are awake because of the amazing smell that is in the kitchen here. All right, let's give this a whirl and taste it. So since we're cooking a steak, obviously it makes sense that the wine you're going to want to pair this with is going to be an American Cabernet Sauvignon. And I think the benchmark has to be, it's been expected, it's a California Cab. California Cabs nowadays, they've been produced in such a manner where they become these fruit bombs. They're high in alcohol and just very powerful, very
oaky, tannic.
Yeah, oaky and tannic. I don't get that with this here. This is a little bit more mellow.
I would agree. It's more moderate in tannins and acidity, but I get a lot of fruit with it as well. More like black currant or cassis, maybe some blackberry in there.
A little raspberry.
He does a great job cooking the steaks.
The reason why you want a Cabernet Sauvignon with such a big, powerful steak like a porterhouse is because you need to cut through the fat. You need to cut through the immense flavor of the meat. And the Cabernet Sauvignon has a lot of meat to it. This one here, like we said before, it's mellow. I would like to have perhaps a bit more powerful Cabernet Sauvignon.
I would actually, the more I taste this and have the steak still in my mouth, I'm actually okay with it.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is Dr. Konstantin Frank's 2013 Cabernet Sauvignon, and I think that Dr. Konstantin Frank has demonstrated that Cabernet Sauvignon can be grown successfully here in the Finger Lakes.
I definitely agree with that. Great effort on their part.
Well, we're going to get to our steak. Thanks for joining us today in our wine review video. I'm David.
And I'm Leah, and this is Wine Forecaster.